Hello, audible? Hello,
Yes,
audible?
sir. Yes, sir.
Great. How are you? I'm good. How is preparation is going? Now today we take synchronous machine questions. Okay. Alternators. Yes. Any doubt? One amplifier, this current gain, voltage gain, power gain. That question was asked someone. Other any doubt? Hello? Please. See, these are the recently asked question from alternator. Okay. Okay. And you should know the questions. See. This question was number of time asked this question also. Number of time asked. And switchgear mein this over it was old question, but reverse power trip. From battery and miscellaneous measurement control electronics. ये old question है. Following rectifier. This question was this we already tell. अरे भगवान. Okay. So see, I want to discuss some very things. One is what expression for EMF induced in AC generator. So they ask the derivation for induced EMF in AC generator, EMF equation of alternator. Okay. You know alternator? As per construction, alternator is the stator. Okay. So this stator core, then it has a slots. Okay. There is a slots in the stator core. Okay. In that slot, we do the three-phase distributed armature winding on the stator here. So in what is the difference in alternator? So alternator means, or it is called AC generator. And DC generator. What is the difference? Basic difference. Actually, here we rotate here. For armature windings, armature winding, we make rotate the armature winding states, and field windings are stationary. Field winding is stationary. Okay, we kept it stationary. But here field winding, single winding is there. Field winding is we may rotate. Means it is on rotor. रोटर पे होती है. ओके, यहाँ पे आर्मेचर वाइंडिंग ऑन रोटर. रोटर मीन्स आर्मेचर, एंड दिस इज ऑन स्टेटर. ये स्टेशनरी पोल्स आर देयर on stator. There is a poles, filled poles are there. Okay, and armature winding, armature three phase armature, that is on stator. So it is a three phase armature winding. Distributed windings are there. Like, what is the field winding which produce the flux, magnetic flux they produce by excitation? They require excitation, DC excitation. Alternator in which the EMF is induced. Okay, in armature winding, EMF is generated. Correct? So in alternator, we armature we kept stationary. Why? Because armature windings are three phase. So if we put on the rotor, this is your. So here we use a projected pole type rotor. Projected pole means there is a poles are project, like it we show the two poles rotor. This is your rotor. This is your rotor. This is stator. Rotor. And here we do the three phase winding, distributed winding. Okay, correct. Now there is a field winding here in rotor. Okay, this is your field winding. When you apply here DC excitation, then field current will flow. Then this will magnetize. Okay, there is a flux in the air gap. Okay, so here north and south pole will be there fixed. This become a north pole, this become a south pole. Okay, then now north pole and south pole, fixed pole. Now when we this rotor will coupled with the this prime mover, it will rotate. Then this flux will link with conductor, this armature conductor. So there is a EMF is induced in conductor that will be take from. Okay, so here we take the three phase. Okay. Now suppose this is your three phase bus. Here we take this supply from alternator to this RYB. Okay, correct. On this bus bar, then we put the load here. read the load here. This is okay, like this. So here it feed the loads. There is a load on so now here what we measure, we monitor the bus bar voltage and flux frequency. Okay, here there is a excitation. So to maintain this voltage and frequency control of bus bar or alternator, what we do? We do your excitation control and your speed control. Speed means governor control. Governor speed, or it is a frequency control means governor control by speed. Because synchronous speed, okay, or it is speed of alternator. Synchronous machine is rotated at synchronous speed. Then what is the equation? 120 F by P. Okay, then F equals to frequency. Here F is the frequency. So it is Np by 120. Now small n equals to capital N by 60. So we can write F equals to P small n by 2. So P by 2 is constant, then frequency we can write okay. So means frequency control means speed control. Okay, and voltage induced, with this term voltage is directly proportional to flux, because generated induced EMF is directly proportional to phi. Okay, rate of change of flux. So actually voltage control means excitation control. So in alternator control, alternator control means we have a two. One is voltage control, second is frequency control. Voltage control by, it is with excitation, DC excitation, or we use a AVR, voltage automatic voltage regulator, AVR. Through AVR we do excitation control means through AVR. To maintain the frequency, we use a governor control. Governor means speed control. Governor, or it is speed regulation or speed control. So by control the speed, how we can achieve? With governor. Okay. So frequency control means for speed control we do the governor. Governor basically your prime mover speed. How we can? With fuel supply control. Fuel means it is like a petrol engine, then petrol, diesel engine, then diesel flow. Okay. So there is a fuel supply. Like in your vehicle car, when we speed the car, we push the accelerator, then it means fuel supply to engine is increased. Okay, then we get a higher speed. Okay, clear these two things. Now we come to the electrical portion. See, now if we show the three-phase diagram, okay, there is a alternator armature winding. Always it is star connected. So there is a star connection on the stator. Stator means armature winding. This is the armature. Okay, here. Okay, please. Now suppose this is your circuit breaker here, SCB. SCB. Then you have here, there may be load, three-phase load. So now there is a line voltage. Here we can measure with voltmeter, line voltage. Then we can measure the current. This current is through the load current. Okay. Or it is here, it is coming from armature. So it is called armature current. Okay. So for star connection, star. Always alternator is star. This is stator. Now here rotor is like your we have a projected pole type. So there is a two type rotor we use in alternator synchronous machine. Hello, cylindrical rotor or projected pole type rotor. If you go in the construction, okay. So like this is the your projected pole type rotor. 4 pole, 2 pole, whatever it is. So there is a winding. Here with through this control we give the DC excitation. Okay, we can measure here field current. We can control this field current now. Sorry, this there is a when field current will flow, there is a flux. It is magnetized. Then this flux is linked with this armature winding. So there is a induced voltage. Okay, induced voltage EMF. Okay, so when it is open, when this breakers are open, then what is the this voltmeter reading? Bus bar voltage E equals to V. But when there is a load, there is a drop in this internal, then this will reduce. Okay, so here now there is a what is the load here? Load power factor is cos phi. This is load. 35. Now per phase circuit we make. Okay. What is the per phase equivalent circuit? Equivalent circuit of synchronous machine, alternator, or either it is motor. Okay. So please, how we make? We have we show the this induced voltage is like it is a source, voltage source. So it is induced voltage E. Then there is a, because again in alternator there is a leakage flux. This winding has a reactance. Then due to there is a leakage flux also. Then there is a armature reaction reactance is also there. So please and this winding has a resistance. So per phase armature winding resistance. Then there is a two type reactance are come in series. First is armature reaction reactance and leakage reactance. Okay, leakage reactance and armature reaction reactance. Leakage reactance like in transformer and armature reaction. Combinedly, this both is called as a synchronous reactance. Okay. So please we can put only as a combined total. So this is your synchronous reactance. This is your armature reactance, armature resistance. Okay. So now combinedly it is called synchronous impedance. Then this is the switch and this is the load. Okay, load is put here. Okay, so this load has some power factor, load power factor. When this close, then there is a current will flow, load current, or it is a armature current. Okay, here armature. This current is pass. So this is, we assume it is a armature current. Then there is a drop in this and drop is here. After this drop, what is this terminal voltage is V here. Okay. So this now by KVL, K E minus IA, I drop na IARA minus IAXX minus V equals to 0. Then E equals to V plus, now this II Okay, take a common R plus JXX, reactance into R, it is in polar. Or you can write E equals to V plus ZH, na, synchronous impedance. So this is at, this equation is at, it is on load condition, load, on load. Then at no load means when there is no load, then this current is zero. In that case, armature current is zero. Armature current, okay. This armature current is zero. Okay, it means this drop is not there. It means E equals to V. So at no load equals to your induced voltage equals to terminal voltage. So what is the open circuit voltage? Open terminal voltage equals to E, induced voltage here. What is the voltage here? E. Okay. But there is a angle. This we assume as a zero phase reference voltage, zero phase, zero angle. And it has a delta angle. Delta is called load angle actually. Okay. Please. Just a minute. Okay, please. So there is no drop at no load. Okay. Now, just a minute. Now we take a generally this resistance, armature resistance is very less. We can neglect it. Only reactance. Okay. Okay. So now power is here. Now I will tell you one very simple one. Now we take a one example of one synchronous machine, either a motor or generator. So how we can actually for motor this load angle is negative minus del. Okay. For generator it is positive. Okay. Please you remember this. So suppose this is a synchronous machine as a alternator. You consider a alternator which is connected to supply a load, okay, through reactance, synchronous reactance. Okay, so we assume only reactance, resistance we neglect, and it is connected to bus. There is a load is connected here, load. Okay. So here is a your no load, this voltage in EMF voltage. What is this is bus bar voltage. Okay. Then we can make their circuit like, so now power is transfer. Hello. Power is transfer from here alternator to this load. Power is transferred. So what is actually active power and reactive power are there. Power flow. Okay. So power is flow from the source to load. Okay. So what is the active? Now what is the power equation? Please you write power equation or power flow. Power flow. Okay. The active power equation is actually, please remember this, due to potential difference, EV by, and this reactance is synchronous reactance, okay? This, and it is depends on load angle also. So this is your power equation, okay? Now, you know, there is a, actually, this load is demand the power, alternator is supply, and it take from your prime mover. This is your, suppose prime mover is there. It is your engine, it is coupled with this. Then basically here we get a mechanical power, and here it is electrical power, okay? Electrical power. Okay. So if you suppose load is very increase, then as it is a loss free machine, there is no power loss. Then in equilibrium condition, mechanical input to machine equals to electrical output, okay? But when suppose load is increased, then at the instantly your mechanical power input is not increased. Then your P is to supply more load, this P is increase. This alternator draw the more power from prime mover. So at a, but due to inertia, it is greater than, it take more power mechanical, okay? Then it will sense, then it reduce, then again it is down, okay, 2M. Then again, so it is oscillate, okay? It means your machine, this power is swing from, it is like at a different point it is swing, no? Hello? See, it oscillate. See, like at this initial mechanical input equals to electrical output. But here, suppose when load is increased, then electrical is more than mechanical less. But now motor draw the more, due to inertia, it will greater the increased load, okay? So actually, first is go to this, then again it is move to this. Here, then here to here, then again it is here, then again here. So it means oscillate your machine. That is called hunting. ये hunting effect होता है, okay? It is due to fault in the system or due to load variation, load fluctuation, okay? So due to this load fluctuation or fault, sometimes this machine is lost the synchronization, okay? So what then to make this system stable, okay, we do the stability study. For that, it meet the stability criteria. For this, we can check if your machine has a more acceleration power, okay? So now there is another term, acceleration. Acceleration, or it is called synchronizing power. Acceleration power, PA equals to, it is difference between this mechanical minus electrical power. Okay, this difference is called acceleration power or synchronizing power. Okay. Now this, how we can calculate this? Very simple. Acceleration power or synchronizing power. Yeah, because this power is vary with del, so if we differentiate, it is d by ds of t. That is called acceleration, no? Actually, angle we differentiate this load angle with load angle, okay? So now if we differentiate, then what we get? E and V as it is, x also. Then sine it become, so sine will become cos del. Okay. Please. So this is your acceleration or synchronizing power. dP by ds. Okay. D by ds of P. So this is your synchronizing power. Please. So now it is this here na, these values are per phase. So for total, this is per phase. Now for total synchronizing power. Okay, synchronizing power total. We calculate. Now it is denoted with P synchronizing power. Okay, so this P synchronize equals to. So it is 3 times because per phase values E induced voltage, bus bar voltage and induced voltage divided by synchronous impedance per phase cos del. Now sometime it is also asked as a per mechanical for 1 mechanical degree of displacement. For 1 mechanical degree. Mechanical degree displacement or 1 degree mechanical degree, yeah, means angle it is degree. Degree of displacement per mechanical degree of displacement. So you know 1 degree mechanical angle, what is the equivalent electrical? It is very simple. P by 2, number of poles by 2, you multiple with 1 degree. So you get electrical degree, okay, electrical angle. Then to convert into radian, then P by 2 into, we convert 1 degree equals to, 180 degree equals to pi radian. Then 1 degree equals to 1 by 80, 180 degree equals to pi radian. To convert into radian, then it is 1 degree equals to pi by 180. So now it comes radian, electrical radian, okay. So this is your angle. So if we calculate a synchronizing power for 1 mechanical degree of displacement, then you multiply with 3 into pi by 180 degree. Okay. So this is the synchronizing power total. It comes in watt. Okay, please. Then power. For making any power, okay, if synchronizing power, just like a shaft power, we write na shaft torque into omega. So similarly here, but also is included synchronizing torque into omega. Synchronizing torque into omega. Omega is your speed. Omega equals to 2 pi n. If it is synchronizing means synchronous speed, okay? Correct. So please. Therefore, they ask the synchronizing torque. Torque, synchronized. equals to synchronizing power by omega. Synchronizing power by 2 pi n. Okay, please. So it comes in Newton meter. Clear? Any doubt here? Hello? This two equation will be required. 3 and 4. Please note down this. Very important for this question. So to calculate synchronizing power, we know the E, V, del, synchronous reactance, poles, speed. Okay? Clear? Because this question was 2-3 times asked. This. Now we come to the EMF equation. Part A, okay, of question number 1. EMF equation of alternator. So see, there is a excitation, this flux link with any winding. The EMF induced in one turn, how we can calculate? So here, if we plot here flux link with a single turn coil, okay, armature coil, okay. So suppose this is omega t, your flux is very like this way, okay. So here we represent the flux which is linked with one coil, because when your armature coil, because field is rotate, flux, so this flux linked with a coil, it is changed in 180 degree from 0, then what is that pi by 2, then at pi, then at 2 pi, correct no? What is the flux? When your rotor will rotate, so this flux linked with a coil armature winding, it will vary. So here maximum flux. So from here to here, this it is called a one time period T. T, no, it is. And T equals to 1 by F. Okay, frequency of this. Then at 1/4 period of time, what is the time period? If we calculate here dt, this time change, and this, what is the flux at this? It is peak value of this flux, okay, and this time period is 1/4 of t. It means 1 by 4f, because t is 1 by f, 1 by 4. In delta t, okay, this, and this is, please, EMF induced in a single turn or one turn coil. By E equals to d phi, one turn n d phi by dt, n d phi by dt. Okay, it is n d phi by dt. Number of turns is one only, then d phi by dt. Okay, then change in flux. What is the flux at delta in this time period t? So your flux is maximum and time period is 1 by 4f, or you can write it is 4 phi mf. Okay, this is equation 1. So now if Tp is the number of turns per phase, okay, then average value of induced EMF per phase, induced EMF per phase. What is the, please, from factor we use, from factor. What is the from factor? RMS by average value. Okay. This will give the average value. Okay. What is the average value? E average per phase. That is 4 phi mf number of Tp. So this is 2 part. Then if you apply the form factor, therefore RMS value of induced EMF. RMS value we can calculate of induced EMF. Then what is the RMS value? Equals to form factor into average value. So for AC the form factor is 1.11. Okay, this is your, we represent by E, RMS value per phase. Okay, 1.11 into 4 phi mf Tp. So we get a 4.44 phi mf Tp number of turns. Okay, this is third number equation. Now if armature winding are distributed, we use a distributed winding. Why? To reduce the harmonics generated. Okay. Second, we use a short pitch coil and pitched coil. Okay, type. Then we use a distribution factor, winding distribution factor and winding pitch factor. Winding distribution factor and winding pitch factor. Actually, it is we compare with a distributed and concentrated winding. Okay, or full pitch winding or short pitch winding. What is the ratio? Then combinedly we use a winding factor equals to distribution factor into pitch factor. Okay. So therefore, E equals to 4.44 5 F TP KD KP. This is your EMF equation of alternator. Please. So if derivation will ask you, you have to write this one. Yeah. Excellent. Please. Okay. Please note down this. Next, we come on the question. Numerical. Okay. Synchronizing power and this. First question. What is it? Already available. Yes. First we do this. Okay. Please. We solve here this question. Okay. One number. B. So let us it is one part B. One part B. Suppose this alternator is, can we draw, connected to through inductor to a bus. Okay. There may be other machine are also connected with a load. Okay. Bus bar are infinity, bus bar. What is the things are given? This is 6 pole 3000 kVA, 3000 kVA, 6 pole, and their speed is 1000 RPM, N equals to, okay. Parallel with other machine on this bus bar voltage is, line voltage is given 3300 volt, okay. If we calculate na per phase voltage, reference voltage, it is by √3, angle we take a 0, okay. Let us here induce voltage is E Z delta Z, this is your synchronous reactance, okay. How? When there is a load is a full load capacity. What is the load here? Armature current, full load armature current on this alternator. Hello. So we can calculate na current by this rating. Okay. Then he said that reactance. Now you know reactance is always is represented as a percentage. You know percentage reactance is what? Percentage reactance means it is a drop, okay. So here percentage reactance is given 25%. What is the meaning? Means there is a drop in here. Is 20% with respect to this terminal voltage, okay. So now we ask calculate the synchronizing power for 1 mechanical degree of displacement and corresponding synchronizing torque. Clear? Here load power factor is not mentioned, so we assume as a unity power factor, okay. So please, this is your, the resistance is loss free, and only reactance, because load is connected here. So actually line, what is the full load current? Full load current. Okay, so because it is a star connection, for star connection line current equals to phase current, so it is per phase only, okay. How we calculate? Your KVA rating into 1000, okay, divide by √3 VL, cos phi will not come here, huh? So please we calculate the current. What is your full load armature current? $3,000 into 1000, then √3 into 3300. Please, what is the value? Three 300 into √3 into, we get a 524.86 ampere. This is your armature current, and you know it is a pure. See, here we assume this is the terminal voltage V, yeah? Perfect. This is here induced voltage that has angle delta. This has angle 0 degree, okay? Then there is a armature current IA equals to full load current, okay? So now by KVL, so you know vector diagram, if you draw, please, phasor diagram. So we assume as a voltage we take as a reference, okay? 0 at 0 phase difference. This is your V and 0, okay? V0, okay? V, vector V. Then your current we assume as a, because here load power factor cos phi, you assume 1 unity, because it is not given, so we assume as a resistive load, unity power factor. It means current in phase with this voltage, armature current. Then resistance is not there. If there is a resistance, then here it comes na IARA, IARA. So here it is not there. Then drop in reactance drop here. It is always perpendicular to current. Here it is this. This is IAXX. Then this will be, this will give your E. Now, my dear, this is the del. Please, difference between V and induced voltage and this is called del. Okay. From this right angle triangle, or by if they give the power factor, then current is lag. Okay. In some question, if this power factor is given, suppose 0.8, then this current is lag. Okay. IA, lag with V. Then suppose resistance is not. So your current, your drop in reactance is perpendicular to current. But he add in the voltage. इसके perpendicular means it make a 90 here. So it means it is like this. This is your IAXX. Okay, please. And this is your IA. This is phi. But here phi is 0. Here is phi is 0 degree. That's why. Okay. Voltage and current phase difference 0. But here 0. Then it is like this. Clear? Then it is E. Then this is the del. So what is the difference in this diagram and this diagram? Here it is at unity power factor. This is at lagging power factor load. Okay. So in this question, actually power factor is not mentioned. That's why we consider as a unity power factor. Okay. So this diagram is applicable only. Clear? Now by KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. So please just you write na, we with polar form we take magnitude and angle minus, here it is IAXX voltage drop minus V naught, or you can write na E del equals to V 0 plus IAXX. Okay, so please we calculate this only. So now, what is the drop here? IAXX. IAXX is a VD voltage drop, and it is given as a 25% percentage reactance. That is equals to 25% of, it is per phase drop. Here we take it is per phase values, per phase reactance and per phase. Okay, 25% of per phase voltage. Okay, V per phase value. Okay, so means 0.25 into, please you per phase, what is the voltage here? Per phase 3300 divided by √3. It comes, hello, this line voltage will be 1905.25. Okay, angle will be 0 here is phase angle, but here we take only 05.25. What is the voltage drop here total? 90 into 0.25. My dear, it comes 476.31 volt. Okay, so please, this V, what is the value of V? 1905.25 angle 0 plus This is 476.31. But you know what is the this is a 0, but this has an angle 90, na? Okay. This is at 90 degree. That's why we put here 90. Okay, degree. This drop has a angle 90 degree. Okay. Please. This has a 90 degree angle. This drop. Because pure reactance, na, then this drop has a 90 degree angle. 90 degree. Okay. Now please you put your calculator in polar form. Go to mode. Complex mode. It is 2. Complex mode. Now you write 1905.25. Angle shift. There is an angle key. Okay. With yellow keys. शिफ्ट कलर के कीज ही होती हैं. ओके. एंगल 0, देन प्लस 476.31. shift angle is 90, then equal. So here we get a 1905.25. Same value. It is real part. Then shift equal. Second component we get a shift 476.31 J. J means it is imaginary part. Okay. Please. Hello. Z equals to R plus JX. This is called rectangular form. And Z with phi. This is called polar form. So here we calculate Z as a mode. What is the value of Z mode? We can calculate R square plus X square. And angle you can calculate because Z is like this, no? R is this, X is this, X, R, then it is Z. Same like this, Z. And this is phi. What is the phi angle? Tan inverse of imaginary by real part. So means, but in calculator, na, this to this or this to this, we can change. Okay. So we get a result. This is by adding two polar form, we get a this is your rectangular form. Well, now shift as it is. If you there is a plus key के नीचे लिखा है rectangular to polar, we can change. So we get a 1963.88. Shift equal, then you get angle value. Angle is 14 degree. My dear, E del we get. So what is the del value is 14 degree. What is the E? It is 1963.88 volt. What is the V? That is 1905.31 or 25. Sorry, 25. 25 volt. Okay. Everything you know, delta this. Then you calculate number of poles are given 6, 8 pole or 6 pole it is. 6 pole, no? 6 pole. Then you calculate small n is also 1000 RPM, no? It is divided by 60. Then how much you get? You get a 16.67 RPS. Then one mechanically already. Now you put please. Then we can calculate now synchronous. Synchronous. Therefore, synchronizing power. Okay, P synchronizing equals to total na. For 3 phase you take a per phase values this into cos delta into now per mechanical degree, one mechanical we can multiple with p by 2, then it is electrical degree, then you convert into radian, then it became pi by 180 degree. Okay, this much of watt. So this is p synchronizing. Please put the values here. Hello. So it becomes p synchronized equals to 3 into E is 1963.88 into V is 1905.25 divided by X is, hello, now actually we calculate the synchronous reactance also. Synchronous reactance. तो प्लीज यहाँ पे तो हमारी करंट कहाँ निकली थी, यहाँ पर देखिए ये वाला ना, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, ये जस्ट हम पोलर रेक्टेंगुलर फॉर्म बता रहे थे. नाउ प्लीज you know the armature current, then what is your synchronous reactance? Ia xx by, you can put na Ia. So this is we know na 476.31 divided by current is, what is your current? लोड करंट हमने निकाला था ना, current is 524 ना, this much. So divide by the current 524.86. 470 divided by 4.86. 0.9 ohm, 907 ohm per phase. Okay, please. So synchronous reactance you know 0.907. Okay. So meaning it is 0.907 into 1, it is cos of 14 degree, then P is 6 by 2, then pi is 3.14 value divided by 180. Okay, please you do the calculation then. यहाँ पर ये भी
सर इसके लिए भी हम लोग को पोलर फॉर्म में रखना है कि रेक्टेंगुलर, किस में रखना है, कॉम्प्लेक्स मोड में है कि नॉर्मल?
यहाँ पे मैग्नीट्यूड लेने हैं, यहाँ पे मैग्नीट्यूड चाहिए, यहाँ एंगल नहीं चाहिए. अभी हम ई डायरेक्ट ये वैल्यूज रखेंगे. एक्चुअली यहाँ पे जो पोलर ये एंगल है, ये मैग्नीट्यूड है, तो हमें मैग्नीट्यूड चाहिए. हम एक
सर ये वाला स्टेप मुझे नहीं समझ में आया, आप कहाँ से आया कैलकुलेटर में? ये जो रेक्टेंगुलर फॉर्म से पोलर फॉर्म में आपने कन्वर्ट किया उसको,
ये वाला,
हाँ उसके नीचे वाला, वो वाला मालूम पड़ गया सर.
ये कहाँ से
ये
आया?
1963.
अच्छा, ये जब आपका कैल्सी में ये वैल्यूज आई थी ना, ये वाली है ना, ये फर्स्ट.
यस सर.
उस टाइम आपको कैल्सी में इरेज नहीं करना था, डायरेक्ट शिफ्ट वह प्लस की और माइनस की पे देखो, वहाँ रेक्टेंगुलर पोलर फॉर्म के सिंबल लिखे हुए हैं. ओके, और अभी क्या कीजिए आप, ये एज इट इज टाइप कीजिए योर कैल्सी इन पोलर फॉर्म नाउ. हेलो,
यस सर.
polar form, it is your calci in polar complex mode. Okay,
okay sir.
you type as it is. like 1905 plus 476.31 J मीन्स यहाँ पर एक की है, देखो ENG लिखा है कैल्सी में।
यस सर, गॉट इट। यस सर।
पे आयोटा कर लो, वो आ गया। अभी ये वैल्यू लिखा है, आप शिफ्ट प्रेस कीजिए एंड रेक्टेंगुलर टू पोलर की, मतलब जो प्लस की है वो प्रेस कीजिए और इक्वल प्रेस कीजिए। आया? देन अगेन शिफ्ट एंड इक्वल, तो आपको एंगल मिलेगा 14 डिग्री। देखो एंगल का साइन भी आता है उसके आगे लिखा हुआ। ओके, you have got it? मिला वैल्यू?
सर ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, एक मिनट, आ नहीं रहे।
वो कौन सा है आपके पास कैल्सी? वो डिपेंड करता है अलग अलग में। ये FX991 है।
यस सर, FX991ES।
ES है, उसमें अलग है वो आएगा, लेकिन उसमें भी रेक्टेंगुलर टू पोलर। टाइप किया, देन शिफ्ट इक्वल, नो सॉरी शिफ्ट रेक्टेंगुलर ना, एक सिंपल एक्सरसाइज से सीखिए। सपोज देर इज ए 2 + 4J, ओके, ये दिस इज रेक्टेंगुलर, ओके, यू कन्वर्ट इनटू पोलर, तो क्या होगा? 2 + 4 आयोटा शिफ्ट रेक्टेंगुलर टू पोलर मीन्स we get a 4.47, then shift equal, you get an angle 63.4 डिग्री है। तो देखिए कैल्सी में या इधर से इधर ये कर सकते हैं या फिर यहाँ से ये कर सकते हैं आप। अगर अब ये वैल्यूज हैं आपके कैल्सी में, तो शिफ्ट रेक्टेंगुलर पोलर टू रेक्टेंगुलर प्रेस करना है, A + BJ, तो यू गेट ए 2। तो हमें यहाँ से दोबारा 2 इधर रहा, यहाँ से 2 + शिफ्ट इक्वल देन 4। ये 2 बार में आता है, एक साथ नहीं आता है। एक बार एक वैल्यू मिलती है, फिर अगेन शिफ्ट इक्वल यू हैव टू प्रेस। यू कैन गूगल है, हेलो, आप यूट्यूब पे वो
यस
देख।
सर।
कैल्सी में डिपेंड करता है, अलग अलग कैल्सी में अलग होता है। यू कैन सर्च इन यू राइट इन FX911ES how to convert this rectangular to polar, okay, और फिर वो स्टेप लिख लीजिएगा आप, ओके, देन यू गेट इट। तो दिस विल गेट पोलर है। एक्चुअली हमें जब भी हम कैलकुलेशन करते हैं वी नीड ए मैग्नीट्यूड, ओके, बिकॉज यहाँ रेक्टेंगुलर में 2 मैग्नीट्यूड है, किसको यूज करें? वी नोट नो ना, तो वी गॉट ए पोलर फॉर्म, ओके। तो ये यहाँ पर सॉल्व करेंगे। तो प्लीज यहाँ से हमें ये 3 मिला, देन 3 × 1 = 3, 6 ना। Now we'll do it. Numerator में only now cos 14 degree, you get a value, then you multiply it by 3.14, then 1905.25 into 1963.88, then 3. Okay, all numerate. Okay, equals to this, divide by 0.907 into 60. My dear, we get a 628439.39 watt, or you can write it is 123 na 628.444 kilowatt you can write. So this is the synchronizing power. Then synchronizing what? Synchronizing torque. Synchronizing torque equals to P synchronizing by 2 pi n omega means. So please you write here watt न्यूटन मीटर में टॉर्क के लिए आपको वाट में पावर रखना है. तो दिस इज 2384.39 डिवाइड बाई 2 into 3.14 into n is 16.67, correct? So this will give the Newton meter torque. So this divide by 2 into 3.14 into 16.67. We got a 6002.99 न्यूटन मीटर, और ये राउंड फिगर में उन्होंने 6000 न्यूटन मीटर they are writing. Okay, this much is the torque. Okay, न्यूटन मीटर. Clear? What is the synchronizing power and synchronizing torque, you understand? Okay.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
Yeah.
सर अभी जैसे पी सिंक्रोनाइजिंग पावर मैंने कैलकुलेट किया तो इसमें वैल्यू आ रही है 628.267. तो इतना अप्रोक्सीमेटली सही चलेगा क्या?
Yeah, yes, yes.
ओके ओके सर.
So this is one concept है. इसमें कई अगर वैल्यू चेंज भी हो गया पावर फैक्टर भी आ सकता है उसमें. और कई बार ना दिस सिंक्रोनाइजिंग, हेलो, इन दिस क्वेश्चन synchronizing synchronous reactance is given as a percentage, but sometime it is write the value, or this load power factor is given. Load power factor they write also. This is only the difference, otherwise all things are common. Okay, so you can do na, that's why we explain this. You make this diagram, then you KVL you can write. Okay, E del, basically we calculate the E del. Okay,
सर अगर जैसे पावर फैक्टर की कोई वैल्यू दे के रखेगी तो किस में वैल्यू रखेंगे सर फिर?
वो यहाँ पर ये डायग्राम चेंज होगा ना, ये जब हमने बताया ना, ये थोड़ा उस टाइम वो पावर फैक्टर की वजह से दिस विल चेंज ना, देन उस केस में ये 90 नहीं आएगा. हियर इट इज 90 ना, दिस उस केस में सी करंट का भी एंगल रहेगा ना उस केस में, करंट एंगल देन रिएक्टेंस इज 90. Okay, so you multiple, we calculate IA x what is their resultant. Okay, actually यहाँ पे करंट का एंगल 0 था, रिएक्टेंस इज 90, you know. तो हमारा ये टोटल जब आया ना, तो इसको हम 90 एंगल पे ले लिए IA x जो ड्रॉप है. बट इफ पावर फैक्टर इज गिवन ना, देन अगर यहाँ पे पावर फैक्टर 0.8 है, इट मीन्स योर करंट विल लैग. This voltage it is lag by 36 degree.
सर उसके लिए फिर थीटा भी निकालना पड़ेगा ना सर अलग से?
थीटा थीटा तो निकल ही जाएगा ना। अगर मान लीजिए cos फाई की वैल्यू रहेगा, थीटा नहीं फाई, इसको फाई बोलते हैं, थीटा नहीं है, फाई है। cos फाई इज सपोज 0.8 है, देन फाई यू कैन कैलकुलेट ना, फाई cos इनवर्स तो कुछ 36.87 आता है ये होगा, है ना। अभी देखो उस केस में क्या होगा, ये जो ड्रॉप है ना रिएक्टेंस वाला, वो ऐसे आएगा, दिस इज योर IA एक्स, ओके, देन दिस वैल्यू, दिस इज योर E.
Sir, this IA axis is 90 degree, so there's a phi, right?
Because IA axis is always perpendicular to current
Okay.
and resistive drop. देखिए RLC सर्किट को देखो आप, एक रेजिस्टेंस है, एक इंडक्टर है, सिंपल। यहाँ पे कहीं से भी वोल्टेज आ रहा है, तो जब हम ये देखते हैं यहाँ पे जो VR एंड IL इंडक्टर का जो ड्रॉप है, तो यही तो है, VL मीन्स IXL और दिस इज IR, ओके। अब अगर हम इसका वेक्टर डायग्राम बनाए विद रिस्पेक्ट टू करंट, ओके, तो करंट को हमने रेफरेंस लिया, ड्यू टू दिस करंट जो रेजिस्टिव ड्रॉप है ना वो करंट के फेज में ही होता है, ओके, VR, एंड जो VL है दैट इज परपेंडिकुलर, मीन्स इंडक्टर में करंट, देखो इंडक्टर में अगर देखें तो करंट लेग हो रही है 90 डिग्री से, ये करंट है आपकी, बट रेजिस्टेंस, इन रेजिस्टेंस करंट एंड वोल्टेज आर सेम फेज, ओके, then the combination of both voltage is come here na, V, total V, so this is the total, इस तरह से। अब अगर यहाँ पर करंट ले, ये कम्बाइनेशन, तो सेम ईयर ना, दिस ऑलवेज इंडक्टिव जो ड्रॉप है, इफ सपोज देर इज ए रेजिस्टेंस आल्सो इन सर्किट, ओके, तो कैसा होगा, करंट इन फेज विद current is lag if there is a lagging power factor with this terminal voltage, ये terminal voltage से lag करें, then if resistance drop is always in phase with current, तो current के phase में ऐसे होगा, ये जो drop आता है that is IAR है, and then inductive drop is perpendicular to resistive drop, ऑलवेज ये इस पे 90 होता है ना, जैसे हमने बनाया था VR, देन इट इज परपेंडिकुलर टू, बट अगर ये R ऐसा है तो यहाँ पर 90 बनेगा, ओके, दिस इज IA एक्स मीन्स VL। अभी सपोज आपके एंगल में रेजिस्टेंस, दिस आर्मेचर रेजिस्टेंस इज नेग्लेक्टेड, ये नहीं है, तो क्या होगा, ये फेजर यहाँ डायरेक्ट ऐड हो जाएगा, ओके, ऐसा, देन दिस इज योर E, ये दो का ही सम रहेगा, दो का सम करेंगे देन यू गेट ए दिस, दिस E, ओके, इस केस में ये आएगा, बिकॉज दिस एंगल इज, ये एक्चुअली 90, जो हम कर रिएक्टेंस का एंगल क्या होता है 90 है, प्लस जो एंगल ऑफ फाई, ओके, दैट्स व्हाई इट इज लाइक दिस, ओके, करेक्ट। आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, इस इक्वेशन में वैल्यूज लिखनी है बस। यहाँ पर वोल्टेज का एंगल 0 लेना, बट यहाँ पर करंट का एंगल क्या था, 0 था, बट उस केस में देयर इज ए करंट का एंगल इज आल्सो देयर। ओके,
Okay, sir.
नाउ ये लोड का एक क्वेश्चन आता है ना बार बार थियरी, so always you take a active and reactive. This is second question है। It is very KVA rating and power factor of number of time this question was asked in your exam. Okay, so let us it is. He said that there is a two alternator or machine, machine 1, machine 2. They are, or you can say A and B. A and B machine, alternator or machine. They are operating in parallel and sharing a total load. यहाँ पे total load है so he said that this total load is 8,000 kilowatt at a power factor is 0.8 lagging. One alternator का contribution दिया है, how much it is sharing, 600 kilowatt at 0.9 power factor. Then KVA rating, यहाँ पर they are asking not kilowatt, KVA rating and power factor of this machine. एक बार एक क्वेश्चन था कि यहाँ पे दो मशीन है, डिफरेंट लोड्स हैं। एक इस टाइम एक क्वेश्चन, नया क्वेश्चन आया था, लाइटिंग लोड एंड मोटरिंग लोड। हमने किया था ना शायद वो कभी।
हाँ सर, हो गए, लास्ट टाइम किए थे।
वो हमने जब जैसे आया तभी, तो यहाँ पे लाइटिंग लोड्स है ना, सॉरी वो ट्रांसफार्मर में किया है ना वो, ये भी सेम है वो। ओके, there is a transformer feeding two type loads, so same here like number of loads हो सकते हैं इसमें। ओके, there is a 3 loads 4 loads, they are supplied by this 2 machine। तो उस केस में आप टोटल इन द लोड, एक्चुअली each लोड के लिए you have to calculate active and reactive power, then it is supplied by this 2 machine। okay, always, but here is total is given। okay, तो इसमें कुछ नहीं करना है आपको, यहाँ पे you write their total load, you make in tabular form। okay, when you solve na, you write your loads। okay, loads and their parameters। okay, so load is write your total and load on A, load on B, machine B। okay, okay, please, and this load now first we can write number wise load। correct this। what is the kilowatt load, so you write there kilowatt, it is total load is 800 kilowatt। what is the load on A in kilowatt, 6,000 kilowatt। what is the B, we don't know। okay, Now you, their kilowatt load we know, then you write their power factor, load power factor. It is 0.8, here it is 0.9, here it is not given, power factor. Okay, then you, this power factor means cos phi. So from cos phi you calculate phi. Phi equals to cos inverse of power factor. So it comes 3687 degree. 0.9 पे क्या आएगा एंगल? चलो shift cos inverse 0.9. You get a 25.84. Okay, degree. Then here this is also known. Now we calculate tan phi, then tan value of this. Okay, ये parameters हैं, we calculate for this 3 on 3. So if we calculate their tan phi, then what is this? Tan phi is tan of this angle. Okay, इसकी value आएगी 0.484, and here we get a tan of 36.8. 0.75. Now please, actually our purpose is we need to, first is kilowatt load and reactive load, active load and reactive load. Reactive means kVAR. What is the kVAR load? kVAR load is always kilowatt into tan phi. Please you keep them in your mind, this always power triangle. Power triangle means active power, and this is your reactive power. So reactive means this and this. That's why we always calculate this. Then we can calculate total as a total apparent load is this kVA. It is P, this is Q, this is S. S is complex power, that is combination of these two. Okay, J. So magnitude निकालना है तो here means P square plus Q square root. Okay, Q square है. Okay, clear? Now this is the phi. The cos phi power factor is kilowatt by kVA. But if you write here tan phi means it is reactive power by kVAR by kilowatt. ये इसको हम यूज करते हैं यहाँ पे tan phi. Okay, kVAR equals to kilowatt into tan phi. So what is the here reactive load or total reactive load? देखो ये total है, ये divide होगा दोनों में. So if you subtract this ना, load on B equals to total minus shared by A. Okay, total minus load on A. So here this kilowatt we calculate easily. What we write here? 8,000 minus 6,000. You get a 2,000 kilowatt active load. And now we calculate their reactive power. What is the reactive load? So this into this. Okay, 0.75 into 8,000. You get a 6,000. It is in kVAR. Then what is here? This into this 6,000 into 0.484. Here you get a 2904. Okay. So please again, there is a two types load. Okay, as I told, in the power system, your total load demands two types of power, active, reactive. And this is fulfilled by these two machines. So what is, there is a low active load on A, reactive load on A. Active load on B, reactive A B लिख सकते हो ना, A, this is B, Q B. Okay, active load on A and B. What is the kVA load on B? Again it is, 6000 minus 2904. How much you get here? You get a 3096 kVAR. This is kilowatt. So this is the kVA load on. Generally, in numericals, they ask what is the kilowatt load on machine B. This, what is the K, and they ask power factor. So if you know kilowatt, then we calculate kVA load. Then power factor we can calculate. But here he asks the kVA. kVA rating is the kVA load demand. So if you know the two loads on machine, अगर आपको मशीन बी के एक्टिव और रिएक्टिव पावर पता है तो रिएक्टिव लोड्स हम निकाल सकते हैं ना यहाँ पर. ओके, मैं इधर ही कर रहा हूँ, आप अलग से कैलकुलेशन करनी है. ओके, तो व्हाट इज द केवीए लोड और रेटिंग of B, that is you can calculate now from this. It is the kilowatt square plus kVAR square, na 30 square. Since it is basically kVAR B, kVAR है rating equals to kilowatt B square plus kVAR B square. ये kVA है, sorry. Active and reactive power combination. Okay? This formula is. Then what is the value we get here? kVA square plus 2000 square root answer. And here we get a 368581 kVA. गलत आ रहा है क्या? नहीं आएगा, इन दोनों कुछ गड़बड़ है. 8000 into 0.75. Okay, 6000. Then minus 2904. 360 हो गया. 360 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 का स्क्वायर रूट 3685. So this is the kVA rating. Okay, please. Then power factor of machine B, that is cos phi B. Now you know na all their kilowatt B by kVA B. What is the kilowatt? 2000. What is this? 3685.81. What is the power factor? 0.54 lagging. Okay, 542 or 3 you can write. This is the lagging power factor. Okay, please. ये पार्ट आप यहाँ पे, ये जो ये वाला पार्ट है ना, ये सॉरी, ये पार्ट आप अलग से सॉल्व कीजिए है ना, नीचे। पॉइंट 45 लेगी। Generally, earlier na, you have taking the shortcut. People's what, he is asking KVA load, then total KVA they are put. KVA how they put? Power factor is kilowatt by KVA. So they calculate KVA equals to power factor, this kilowatt active by power factor. 0.8 से करेंगे तो यहाँ 10,000 लिख देंगे, 10,000 KVA total load. इसका यहाँ से डिवाइड करेंगे और लिख देंगे 0.9, 6,000 डिवाइड बाई 0.9, ये आ जाएगा 6,6,6,4 टाइम्स 6,7. That is that is wrong actually. Then they just from 10,000 they subtract this, then they get a 3,333.33 kVA. This is wrong answer, please. Okay, तो देखो डिफरेंस आ रहा है इसके इसमें, क्या क्या डिफरेंस है, क्या व्हाट इज द केवी रेटिंग 36845, बट हियर इट इज 333, and power factor, then the KVA is now you know the KVA, and kilowatt also you know 2000. यहाँ पे इसका डिफरेंस ना टोटल किलोवाट 6 है, 2 is okay, but this is wrong. Then power factor ना, power factor भी उसका wrong आएगा फिर, cos by 2000 by 3333.33, this will give wrong value. 2000 by 3333.33, 0.6 will come by, इससे ना 0.6 आ जाए, लेकिन वो wrong है, that is wrong. Okay, please, इसलिए कभी भी ये तरीका नहीं अपनाना है, शॉर्टकट. ओके, हाउ यू कैलकुलेट, ये रॉन्ग आंसर है प्लीज है, ये रॉन्ग है. केवीए लोड टोटल, you do the back calculation. Okay, kilowatt is okay, but you calculate the KVA load on total by this, then you calculate KVA load on machine D, then their KVAR, kilowatt and KVAR, active and reactive, then you calculate their apparent loads or KVA rating, then power factor. Okay, clear? Okay, so these are the alternator question was asked. ये पहले ओल्ड ईटीओ में आता था ड्रूप का क्वेश्चन. ये दिस इज लोड शेयरिंग बाय अल्टरनेटर इज विद ड्रूप कंट्रोल, ड्रूप सेटिंग. ओके, ये हम अगले नेक्स्ट क्लास अगर लेंगे अभी 2 दिन, उसमें बता देंगे. और वो एक एम्पलीफायर वगैरह के गेन वगैरह के क्वेश्चन है. समटाइम दे आस्क सम न्यू, so in every paper ना some new question, वो कुछ अनएक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं, बट उससे आपको डरना नहीं है, यू हैव ए ऑप्शन. ओके, तो प्लीज बी कॉन्फिडेंट, अपीयर इन एग्जामिनेशन. आपको पासिंग मार्क्स लाना है, इसमें कोई रिजल्ट में टॉप और ये नहीं होते हैं, दिस इज ए क्वालिफाइंग है, तो यू रिक्वायर्ड योर 50% मार्क्स. ओके, so you have an option. Okay, please.